that non-compliance could lead to exclusion from league activities, which would negatively impact both the competitive and the commercial standing of the 14 clubs. By enforcing the measure, the NNL reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening integrity in Nigeria's second-tier league, that's the Nigerian National League. It is also, of course, to ensure that the rights of footballers and technical staff remain fully protected. We're still talking about Nigerian National League this beautiful morning. Let's come home and talk about Crown FC, who will be playing in the second tier of Nigerian League football in the new season. Technical advisor of Crown Football Club of Bumosho, Oluyole, has charged his players to brace up for the challenges of the new NNL season, warning that no player has an automatic place in his squad. The Agility Warriors resumed training on Monday in preparation for the 2025-2026 NNL season, even as the official kickoff dates expected to be announced later tomorrow. Yes, at the annual general meeting of the NNL built for tomorrow. Addressing his players after training, the former Akwa United Garfa delivered a 12-minute address that stunned many of the old and of course new players. He insisted that commitment, hard work and performance will be the only criteria for selection into the match day squad. Although admitting that fitness levels might be a major challenge following the off-season break, INE assured that the technical crew has mapped out strategies to restore players' sharpness and match readiness. INE, who last season led Crown FC to the NNL Super 8 playoffs in Asaba Delta State, where they missed out on promotion to the NBFL, was praised for his tactical brilliance, talent discovery and commitment to the growth of the club. His ability to guide the team into the playoffs was widely commended, even though they fell short against Wolves and Kun Khalifat Football Club. The Agility Warriors are now aiming to build on last season's experience under the INE, whose technical and tactical prowess continues to ensure that fans are quite happy. All right, let's see how things pan out for them in the coming season. Hopefully, it will be a better season for the team. From there, let's take a look at what to expect in the NPFL come this weekend. The matches definitely be played across the country. It's match day 4, and tomorrow Benin Insurance will kick things up for us at the Samuel Obomoda Stadium in Benin City, Edo State, as they take on Niger Tornadoes. And other games will be played on Sunday, with Plateau United hosting Remo Stars at the new Jos Stadium at 4 p.m. Same time, Kano Pillars will at the Sonny Abacha Stadium in Kano take on former champions Rangers International 4 p.m. as well. Same time, Kun Khalifat will at the AM International Stadium host El Kanemi Football Club same time on Sunday. Rivers United will be at the Adoke Amesimaka Stadium to welcome winless Shooting Stars Sport Club of Ibadan. Don't forget, Shooting Stars, they are yet to secure a single win in the league this season. Their first game was against Bayelsa United, was a loss at home for Shooting Stars, and of course second game it was a withdrawal for Shooting Stars in Benin City. One other game ended, and of course last weekend in Ibadan, Shooting Stars drew against the Ikorodu City, which means the trip to Port Harcourt is a must win for Shooting Stars to get their season on track. All right, all the best to the boys. Abia Warriors, they are in action against Katsina United, while Wolves will take on Kwara United. Also United will go head to head against Wake Toys, while Bayelsa United will entertain Eyimba Football Club. Ikorodu City will slug it out with Barao Football Club. That game will hold at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Let's go take a look at our teams representing us on the continent this season, with just 8 days to the kickoff of the 2025-2026 CAF Champions League preliminary round. Rivers United of Nigeria are yet to know the identity of their opponent from DR Congo. The Port Harcourt-based club were drawn to face a team from DR Congo in the opening phase of Africa's Premier Club competition, but uncertainty has persisted over which club will represent the Central African Republic. But according to report, the Congolese Football Federation, is yet to officially submit a name of its CAF Champions League representative to CAF, and the delay is believed to be linked to an ongoing administrative crisis within the club's football structure, coupled with lingering security issues that disrupted the conclusion of their domestic league. Well, CAF had earlier directed all federations to confirm their participants in both the CAF Champions League and the Competitions Cup by the end of August, but DR Congo, has not met that deadline. The West United, Nigeria's sole entry in this year's CAF Champions League, have continued preparations in Port Harcourt while awaiting clarity. Well, CAF sources indicate that discussions are ongoing with the Congolese FA to finalize the representative before the weekend to avoid any disruption to the competition's schedule. The preliminary round of the 2025-2026 CAF Champions League is built to kick off on the 19th of September with the first leg fixtures, spread across the continent. Well, there you have it. Matches as far as continental football is concerned. We are looking forward to a very good representation from Nigerian football. It's been long. We had a good representation, but of course this time around we are hoping that we'll have a fantastic one indeed. All right, moving on this beautiful morning. Let's talk about our national team. Super Eagles of Nigeria, we understand, will step up preparations for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations with a high-profile friendly against American side Venezuela in November. The encounter is built for Friday, the 14th of November at the Shell Energy Stadium in Houston, Texas, United States. Organizers confirmed that tickets for the international clash will go on an exclusive pre-sale on Wednesday, the 10th of September, before opening to the general public on the 11th of September. Well, the fixture will give Nigeria's head coach Eric Shell an opportunity to fine-tune his squad ahead of the Continental Showpiece in Morocco, of course, holding in December this year and January next year. It will also offer a platform for French players to stake a claim for a spot in the AFCON party. Well, Venezuela, meanwhile, are expected to parade a strong squad as they continue their build-up for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. The Super Eagles of Nigeria last featured at that stadium, that's the Shell Energy Stadium, on the 31st of May 2013 when they were held to a 2-2 draw by Mexico in another friendly game. Venezuela would also be making a return to Houston for the first time since March 24, 2024 when they face Honduras in a preparatory match. Well, both sides are expected to announce their full squad later on, of course, later on this month. Fingers crossed. We need to pay some bills this morning, but before that, let me inform you that a lot have been said about Super Eagles' draw against South Africa a few days ago that has really affected their chances of going to the FIFA World Cup. And someone spoke yesterday and is making the news. That's John B. Mikel. He has said that heads must roll at the NFF for Nigeria's failure to qualify for second consecutive FIFA World Cup. Well, after this break, we'll definitely listen to John B. Mikel speaking ahead of our next two World Cup qualifiers holding later this year. And of course, it's a clarion call for everyone. Quick break, and I'll be back.
Kò kéde ọjà rẹ nílé akéde Oluyole FM 98.5 kíkéde ọjà rẹ kó lè kún níbàárà rẹ la.
Hey, are you looking to expand your business to a global brand just like Mr. P and Mrs. T? Well, shh, come closer. The Oyo State government, under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde and the African Continental Free Trade Area (AFCFTA), have your solution. At this point, I bet you're wondering how. Well, for a small medium enterprise, the AFCFTA is the key to transforming small businesses from a local player into a potential Pan-African brand, providing access to a larger base. The Oyo State government has keyed into the AFCFTA agreement to expand their market and businesses across the continent. The benefits include more investment opportunities coming into the state, your products showcased globally, job creations, and an incredible increase in our gross domestic product, the GDP.
I want my Ashoko to travel abroad to people to see.
You can be a part of this movement. The Oyo State government, in partnership with the AFCFTA, will officially launch the Oyo State Sub-National African Continental Free Trade Implementation Strategy on the 12th of September 2025. The venue is the International Conference Center at the University of Ibadan in Oyo State. In Oyo State, we set the pace.
So your number one radio station, Oluyole FM 98.5. Ẹ kú oríire o, à ń fi àsìkò yìí kí bàbá wa Alhaji Abdul Rasheed Ajagbe Ọláwóore ọmọ òkú ọ̀run JP kú oríire oyè Sẹ́ríkì Àdínì ti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ìpínlẹ̀ Edo àti ìpínlẹ̀ Delta, tí àwọn Chief Imam àtàfà ní ìpínlẹ̀ méjèèje fẹ́ fi wọ́n jẹ ní ọjọ́ sátidé ọjọ́ 13 oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún yìí ní Ọjọ́ba Central Mosque Ìbàdàn ní dédé aago 9 òwúrọ̀ 9 a.m. wẹ́jẹ́wẹ́mú yóò tẹ̀lé nínú Mapo Hall Ìbàdàn. Àgbà aládùúrà pé Ọlọ́run ọba Allah yóò jẹ́ kí oyè náà ó mọ́rí. Iwájú ni ọ̀pá ẹ̀bìtì yín yóò máa rí sí. Ẹ̀mí gígùn àti àlàáfíà ara ni ẹ ó fi lo oyè Sẹ́ríkì Àdínì ti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ìpínlẹ̀ Edo àti ti Delta. Àmín. Olùkéde Alhaji Mudasheed Taiwo Ọládẹ̀jọ, òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì iléeṣẹ́ BCOS. Still on your number one radio station, Oluyole FM 98.5. With deep gratitude to God for a loving and a fulfilled life, we announce the passing unto glory of our beloved father and grandfather, Pa Kolawole Olaniyan Bolaji, who departed peacefully on August 28, 2025, at the age of 83 after a brief illness. Daddy, we thank you for your selfless sacrifice and unwavering devotion to your family. We take great pride in your good name, accomplishment, your service to the Oyo State and Federal Civil Service, and many lives you touched. We find comfort in knowing you slept in faith, and you are resting in the loving embrace of our Lord Jesus Christ until we meet again at the resurrection. Further arrangement will be announced by the family. Announcer Dr. Olufemi Bolaji for the family.
Agede àṣà, agede ìròyìn, agede ètò, agede Ìbàdàn, agede nígbàwá. Ó pè ọ́ kó kéde ọjà rẹ nílé akéde Olúyọ̀lé FM 98.5. Kíkéde ọjà rẹ kó lè pín oníbàárà rẹ la.
Well, glad to know you're there. It's still Spotted Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM with Boluwaji Ogunmula this beautiful Friday morning. All right, well, let's talk about John Obi Mikel this morning, where former Super Eagles captain John Obi Mikel has said the board of the NFF should resign if the country fails to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Speaking on his podcast yesterday, the former Chelsea midfielder warned that missing the tournament for a second time running would be devastating for the country. Mikel stressed that accountability must start at the top, insisting that those in charge of football in the country cannot remain in office if the Eagles fall short once again. The former Super Eagles keeper urged that Nigeria, with its footballing pedigree, should not struggle struggle to feature at the world stage. Miguel also criticized the atmosphere around the national team. Let's listen to John Obi Miguel speaking this beautiful morning, and of course pointing the blames at the Nigeria Football Federation.
Hi Kelechi, welcome to Celtic. How did you enjoy?
For the second time running, we're not going to qualify for the World Cup. Does anything change if you don't? Man, it has to. It has to. If we don't make it to the World Cup, if we don't qualify, I just think the whole board of the NFF, they need to go. They need to go. Sorry, they have to go. If we don't qualify for the World Cup, the whole board of the NFF. I'm saying it right now. Do you get your CV in? I'm saying it right now because it's not acceptable. No. Twice in a row, we're not going to qualify for the World Cup. We are the biggest footballing country in Africa. The biggest. I don't care what anybody says. Mo Salah, Egypt, or whatever. I don't care. Nigeria is the biggest. When it comes to African football, when it comes to Africa, we're the biggest. I don't care what anyone says. So, twice in a row we don't qualify. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. A drastic change has to be done. Has to be done. The government, if the government want to get involved, they have to get involved. They have to get involved. They have to get involved because it's not acceptable. If we don't qualify a second time in a row, it's not acceptable. Yes, the players have to take responsibility, but the biggest problem is from the top. From the top. When I am very emotional about stuff, it's because I love. When I talk about Chelsea, same way. When I talk about my Nigerian team, same. It is from the top. It's from the top. 100% from the top. You have to make those players motivated. Find a conducive way. When they come back home to play for Nigeria, they have to feel comfortable. And right now, nobody's making that comfortable for them. And that's why we're in a second time in a row, Nigeria. Unbelievable. Still, the dream's not dead and buried. So we have to still support the players. We have to get we have to support the team, behind the team. But I'm saying if we don't make it, massive, drastic change has to be done. The whole board of the NFF has to go.
Drastic change is what John Obi Miguel is asking. Should Nigeria fail to make it to the FIFA World Cup for a second consecutive time? Well, fingers crossed. It's not done and dusted just yet. I wish the boys all the best. Let me inform you that the 2026 qualification campaign has seen some improvements, but remains challenging. Nigeria is in Group C alongside South Africa, Benin, Rwanda, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe. The group winner will qualify directly, automatically for the World Cup, while runners-up may enter a playoff. Nigeria's first victory in the 2026 qualifiers came in March 2025 with a 2-0 win over Rwanda in Kigali, thanks to a brace from Victor Osimhen. However, a subsequent 1-1 draw against Zimbabwe in Uyo, where Nigeria considered a stoppage time equalizer, hindered other progress. Well, the September 9, 2025, Nigeria played out a 1-0 draw against South Africa in Bloemfontein, leaving them with 11 points from 8 matches. South Africa leading the group with 17 points. Benin second with 14 points after beating Lesotho, and Rwanda, of course, Rwanda is in 11 points. Lesotho and Zimbabwe have been eliminated from, of course, from that particular race. With 2 matches remaining against Lesotho away and Benin at home, Nigeria's hopes of qualifying for the World Cup next year are still alive, but require maximum points and favorable results elsewhere. Well, fingers crossed, and of course we definitely wish the boys all the very best. A quick one from the world of athletics. when the National Sports Commission has reaffirmed its support for Team Nigeria ahead of the 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, Japan. The event starts on the 13th of September and runs to the 21st of the same month. The statement on Thursday by Kola Daniel, the media aide to the Director General of the NSC, Bukola Olopade, has also said that he urged the athletes to give their best and bring honor to the country. He also was also quoted as saying that the commission and Nigerians were firmly behind the team. Olopade would be in Tokyo to provide frontline support to the team throughout the competition. 15-member team is led by world record holder in 100 meters Tobi Amuson, as well as a long jump star Ase Brume. They are joined by a mix of seasoned and emerging athletes competing in sprint, jumps, throws, and hurdles. I wish our athletes going to the World Athletics Championships are all the very best. Long list, I must tell you. Konyosola Ajayi representing us in 100 meters. Israel Sunday Okun also representing us in 100 meter men. Udodi Zorike and Samuel Ogazi. For Udodi is representing us in the 200 meter. Samuel Ogazi is representing Nigeria in the 400 meters, as well as Chidi Okozie, Ezekiel Nathaniel is representing us in the 400 meter hurdles. Charles Godfred in the long jump event, as well as Chukwuebuka Enekweche in the shot put event. Of course, a whole lot of athletes are representing us. Nigeria aims to build on its 2022 World Championship success, where Tobi Amuson set a world record of 12.12 seconds in the 100 meter hurdles and won gold. Brume also claimed silver in the women's long jump at that particular event. All the best to them. Alright, back to European football, and this time around let's go straight to Celtic, where before the international break, Celtic signed Kelechi Iheanacho, and just yesterday, of course, he spoke to Celtic TV for the very first time, sounding very optimistic that he will hit the ground running once again. Kelechi Iheanacho this morning.
Yeah, it was lovely. To be fair, it was lovely. Group of good lads. I enjoyed it, to be fair.
Yeah, do you think it's a group of boys that you'll be able to fit in with?
Yes, on the pitch, and off the pitch, I think. So I think it will be good. Obviously, some of the guys are not back yet, but yeah, they're lovely guys.
Yeah, tell me about the guys that you know already.
Obviously, I know, obviously Casper, obviously he's a good friend, and played with him a few years, and obviously some of the staff as well. I know some of them as well. So
tell us about Casper, because I think you were next to him in the dressing room at Leicester. Is that right?
Yeah.
He's a character, isn't he?
Yeah. Same again here. I found myself next to him again. So yeah, he's like what's it called, deja vu or something. Yeah. But yeah, he's good. Yeah, Casper is a funny guy, and yeah, he's a lovely guy, and he's a great leader as well. So yeah, hopefully when he's back, I'll get to see him, yeah.
And of course,
Kelechi Iheanacho there. Let's hope that he will get his career back on track with Celtic Football Club in Scotland this time around. Alright, league matches resumed in Europe this weekend, starting tonight in the French Ligue 1, with Olympique Marseille taking on Laurent at 7:45 tonight. In Germany, Bayer Leverkusen will slug it out with Eintracht Frankfurt 7:30 tonight, and in Spain, it's Sevilla taking on Elche Football Club at 8 p.m. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow morning, same time for another beautiful edition of Tit Bits, the weekend edition, where we'll definitely be taking a look at all the other games to look forward to this weekend. Till then, have a beautiful day, and of course, stay safe.
Oluyole FM. Unjalala, unjatoroto, Oluyole FM ó kilẹ̀ létí. Oluyole FM ó báradọ́gba kìí sìn bí ọmọ àwélé ó já gàràgà ní fara olùkọ́yìn tètò tó ń retí ròyìn ní yògbà ajídára bí ìṣù ẹ̀lú fíkà fábẹ́lá tẹ̀ 98.5 FM ìkòkò ọbẹ̀ fún gbogbo ẹlẹgbẹ́ tó kù máa gbọ́ lọ.